Hi Tim, good evening, good morning. Hi Mohan, hi Rutuja,
Hi,
Sachin,
Mahesh.
Penil, hi Veda.
I
Mahesh, do we have a plan to start a morning branch?
Morning we are planning mostly in July end or August first week. So we are planning, but that day is a 4 days a week. Friday to Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday we will cover extra hours, half an hour. Instead of 1.5 hours, we will take 2.5 hours, depends on situation. So Monday and Friday we will have weekdays. So our intention Saturday and Sunday, if you are conducting weekend batches, it will we need to take a minimum 4 hours or 3.5 hours. We felt like maybe we can't concentrate. There are those many hours, right?
Yeah.
And also, if you are
so
missing any one session, it will be difficult to follow. Who had only dedicatedly working on that, maybe, but other people, if by mistake, if you missed one session, maybe we can't focus properly. That's the reason. And earlier we are not focusing on weekend batches, but recently after discussion with the multiple people for DevOps looking people, right? So we thought let's make a weekend. Saturday and Sunday also have session, and Monday and Friday. So mostly morning. Exact time I will confirm you very shortly.
Thank you,
If
Mahesh.
anyone don't want to kill your time, what you guys can do, you can join the current batch. Once morning batch starts, after 1 month, you can switch your batch. You don't need to pay again. The same amount we will consider as your next batch also. You can just join the next batch, morning batch.
Hey,
Any?
hi.
Yes.
Good evening, Shan. Sachin here.
Yeah, Sachin. Shan will answer. Yeah, Shan, we can handle.
Okay. Is he not yet joined? Okay.
This is Mahesh actually, Sachin.
Okay, Mahesh. So, yeah, I was just concerned about the timing actually. The evening time, if we can postpone by just half an hour, 1 hour, like 9:30 or 9 o'clock, that would be beneficial, if it is possible. Because
Yes.
I'll be traveling back to home from office the same timing. Actually, I'll be having my clients' calls also.
I can understand, but currently we don't can't, sir. Because even Sean is now staying in abroad only, so his time also not matching for that. So we are able to do for 8:30 for now.
Okay.
You can, if you are going to the office and coming back via cab and all, maybe I'm just and giving an advice only, just possible only. You can watch with the mobile app also. So once you completed the class, and you can check the records also within 1 to 2 hours, maximum 4 hours, you can able to watch the records in our application.
Yeah, that can be happen, but I'm driving myself, so that's the reason.
Okay. You are going to office 5 days a week?
Yeah, it's a 3 days, not 5 days, but
Mhm.
uh, the timing actually, the calls timing and everything
Yeah.
comes in the same time. So that's what I was just a bit concerned about.
Okay.
If we can just postpone by half an hour, at least 9 o'clock would be
You are
really helpful.
leaving from office by?
In the afternoon, I'll be leaving and like, okay, so you're asking about the office,
No, by what
office.
time you are leaving at home? Just if any
Yeah,
possible.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so it is 7:30, 7:30, 8:30
Okay.
happens as per the calls.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Just to try to make any possibilities, sir. Like 9 o'clock, maybe not possible for now.
Okay.
Okay. If there any, maybe sometimes even that class continues starting only, it may take 8:40, 8:35. Once even start also, we will discuss about the previous class questions and all, right? So
Mm-hmm.
8:40 it becomes mostly. So just at 15 to 20 minutes, maybe you are missing 1 or 2 days. So just to try to cope up that with the mobile, just while listening voice recording possible.
Yep, yep. I was just checking if
Sure, sure,
that can be
Sachin. Yeah.
happen, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Hi, Sean. Maybe you can proceed.
yeah, thanks, Mahesh. Thank you so much. Okay, hi everyone. Good evening, guys. Okay, let's see who have joined today. Today we have Sucharita, Veda. Hi Amanullah. Hi Sarath. Good evening, guys. We have Suparna Babu. Hi Francis. Hey Mohan. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, okay, great. Good guys. So in today's session, we'll just keep it simple, guys. We'll try to understand what exactly the difference that we have in terms of IaaS, SaaS, and PaaS. Okay. See, generally we are having a model. Okay. So we have a model which we call it as shared responsibility model. We have a concept called shared responsibility model. If we directly go and if we start talking about the cloud part, we will never understand like what is this terminology and why these terminologies have come into the picture and what is the reason behind the scenes, right? Let's take some simplified example and we will try to grab some knowledge out of it, and then we will come back and then we will try to understand in terms of our cloud. Imagine a situation that you guys have purchased a car. So what did I do, guys? I went ahead and I purchased a car. Now once I purchased a car, the car is mine. The car is mine. Now, one fine day, when I'm taking the car on a road, my tire got bursted. Let's say like tire got punctured. Now, since my tire got punctured, guys, can I call the vendor? Let's say like I bought this car from Tata or from. Okay. Now, can I call this vendor and can I ask him, hey man, my tire got punctured, man, can you please come and can you repair this tire? Is he going to come and is he going to repair that, guys? Is that something he's going to do it for you? Do you feel like vendor will do this work for you?
No.
Sir. Any answers? No.
No.
So he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. So now, even though the car you took from him, even though the car is there in a warranty, even though the car is a brand new one, still vendor will not help you out in repairing it. But imagine the same situation. There is some problem with a car where there is a problem with my engine. Then is the vendor is going to support you? There's a
Yes.
problem with the engine itself. So in this case, what we will have, guys, we have vendor responsibility. In this case, you have user responsibility. Means whenever we are purchasing a product, it doesn't mean that okay, whatever it is happening with that product, vendor is going to support me. He will not support you for everything. Imagine like your application which is running in that server. Imagine like you took a server. You took what? You took a server from AWS or from any cloud provider. You took a server. Now inside that server, what is running? Only you and your company people will know that what is running in that server. Now if the application is down, if I call AWS and if I ask AWS, hey AWS, my application is down, can you bring it up? He will not bring up. He will not bring it up. He will say like, boss, it's your application, boss. You have to know what you have installed. You have to know how you have to bring it up. But in what cases he is going to bring up? In what cases he is going to bring up, guys? Or in what cases AWS is going to help me out? If in case that a server itself goes down, where server itself is not coming up, in such cases AWS will help me out. So now such kind of a which we call it as shared responsibility model. Such kind of a thing we call it as a shared responsibility model. Now as part of your shared responsibility model, what AWS or any cloud provider in the market, what they are doing is they are going to sell you a services such as IaaS, SaaS, and PaaS. What is, guys? They are selling you IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Now, can anyone of you, guys, what is IaaS stands for, what is PaaS stands for, and SaaS stands for? Any idea?
Infrastructure as service.
Okay.
Infrastructure as a service.
Platform.
Good. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service,
Software as a
and then we have software as a service. Guys, everyone, please be attentive, right? You should be knowing the difference between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS before you leave today's session. Okay, so this is very, 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 very important for us, because you will be, once you guys joined as part of a DevOps in your organization, what happens is like, people will call you for the meetings. Once you joined any project, what is going to happen is like, people will call you for the meeting. You will be having a meetings with your architecture team, you will be having a meeting with your clients, you will be having a meetings with the managers. Now there will be a rigorous discussions that are going to happen, where they will ask you, hey, we are planning to go to this particular product, what is your recommendation, man? Because since you are coming from a DevOps platform, since you are a DevOps guy, you should be knowing better. What is your recommendation? Would you like to go for a SaaS product? Would you like to go for a PaaS product? Would you like to go for a IaaS product? So what is your confidence level? Which one we should opt for this particular technology? So at that point of time, if you don't know the exact difference between these three, then you will be in trouble. So now when you are having more experience, when you have to take a decisional statements like, okay, which one is suits best for us, if you can't decide what to pick, then you're going to be it's going to be a little bit problem. You will be in bit trouble that time. Okay, so concentrate, and then let's try to understand together what is a IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS for, right? Like always tell you guys, directly entering into the subject will not give you the knowledge. So you have to start thinking about the objects or about the scenarios what are happening around you, and then you need to correlate those examples to your learning. So then only you can remember the technology. Any technology, not only this, any technology, start adopting to the examples what you guys are having around you, and then try to compare them with your technology. Okay, now what are we going to do is like, we will try to address about your IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS with a simplified example. So let's say like, I'm going to take a simplified example as preparing a biryani. Hmm. Anyone had a biryani, guys, during weekend? Hmm? Last couple of days a weekend, right? Anyone had biryani? No one? It's very hard to believe. No one had biryani in this class? Okay, that's strange. Good, fine then. So now I'll keep the statement, guys, simple. Okay. Imagine a situation that I want to have a biryani. What I want to do? I want to have a biryani. Now a simplified question is like, how many ways can we have a biryani? Yeah, even though you didn't had, I believe you can answer this question, guys. Hmm. Anyone would like to answer this one? How many ways you can have a biryani? No answers.
You ask types of biryani, sir?
Not types of biryani. I want to ask you, like, in how many ways that you can have a biryani. Imagine like you want to have a biryani. What you will do?
By preparing or by ordering.
Very nice, good one. So what is the first way, guys? First way is like, prepare yourself. Good. What is the second type? What is the second type, guys?
Order.
Order. Good. Go ahead, open your Zomato app or your Swiggy or your nearest restaurant. Go and then you just order the food. What is the third way?
Going to restaurant.
Very nice with a good one. So going to restaurant. Now what is the fourth way, guys? Any idea? What is the fourth way? Fourth way is like these days, if you see, MTR or some other local vendors, what they're providing a pre-baked products. They are selling you, they sell you different products like you get a chapati, you get a some sort of curries, and you even get a biryani these days. So where you can go ahead and you can have them like your pre-baked products. Now these are all the different ways, guys, in I can go ahead biryani. Right? We will take one by one and we will see how we are going to compare this one with our IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS solutions. So first thing, what we are going to pick is like we will pick our prepare biryani by ourselves. Now, in order to prepare a biryani by myself, then what I have to have, guys? I have to have a meat. I have to have my rice. I have to have my spices. I have to have my vessels. I have to have my kitchen. I have to have a gas, and then I have to have all the utensils required. And finally, I need to have time first. So now all these items, once I feel like yes, I am going to have all these components with me, then what I will do? Then I will go ahead, then I will prepare the biryani. It might take 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. Finally, I'll prepare the biryani and I will have the biryani. Now, during this entire preparation, I did a small mistake. Mistake is very, very small. I added little bit more salt. What is the mistake, guys? I didn't do anything. Simply 1 spoon of a salt. I've just added it a bit more. What happens to the biryani, guys, if that's the case? Can we eat it? Is it possible for us to eat?
No.
No. So it's very hard, guys. We can't eat it. But what is the mistake, guys? If you see the mistake wise, I didn't do a big mistake. Just added a pinch of a salt more. That's it. Or a tablespoon salt more. That's it. Beyond that, I didn't do anything. But here, what is happening? Here, it is spoiling the entire product. It is spoiling the entire product. Now, who is responsible? I am responsible. Now, who is responsible for all the ingredients required to prepare the biryani? I am the guy who is responsible, which means like I am responsible for bringing the products, preparing the products, providing the products, and eating the products. At any point of a time, if something got screwed out by me, then I am the responsible person to fix that product as well. So in simple terms, preparing your own biryani is nothing but having a physical infrastructure. Preparing your own biryani is nothing but what, guys? But having your own physical infrastructure. Now, as part of a physical infrastructure, what am I going to have? I'm going to have multiple components. I will have servers, I will have network, I'll have load balancers, I will have a data, I will have a storage, and I'm going to have a firewalls, I'm going to have a switches, I will have a load balancers, what not, guys? Plenty of things I'm going to have. At any given point of time, if any one of these components, if it is getting down, then it is going to bring down my entire application. If it is bringing down my entire application, then who is responsible? I am the responsible person to fix even that issue as well. So even though I did so much effort, right, preparing a biryani, how much time I spent? I spent almost 4 hours time. Even though I spent 4 hours of my time, then end of the day, what is happening? My biryani is getting spoiled because I only spoiled it by adding a little bit more salt to it. Then I have to own the responsibility. So such kind of a entity, in terms of your IT, if we start comparing, then we call that one as what do we call, guys?
Infrastructure as a.
We call it as physical infrastructure. We call it as what? We call it as physical infrastructure. Okay. Now, let's talk about like how your application is working. What are the different layers that we are having as part of your application? So whenever we say like any application, your application is going to have different components, guys. Like it is going to have your operating system, it will have your CPU, it will have a memory, it will have a disk, it will have a network, and it will have a load balancers, right? So this might be a little bit complicated for you guys. If you guys are coming from a layman background, like a zero background, it will be a bit difficult for you. Let me tell you in this way. Okay, imagine like I want to play a movie. I want to play a movie in my laptop. What is a requirement, guys? Requirement is like playing a movie is my requirement. Where? In a laptop. In a laptop. Now, what are the different components that I needed in order to complete this work? This is my work. I have a movie which I have downloaded, and one of my friends have given me a movie. I need to watch this movie. This is my task that I need to complete. Now, what are the things that I need to have? First thing I need to have is my laptop. Now, what are the different things that am I going to have in the laptop? So I'm going to have operating system. I will have a CPU. I will have a memory. I will have my hard disk. And I need to have network. All these all are what? All these are all the different components. Different components. Now I have a laptop and I'm having all these things with me. Now, where you can play a movie, guys? How you can play a movie? What do you need in order to play a movie in your laptop? Anyone?
Application.
Like what application, Bharat?
VLC.
Very nice. So now what I need, guys? I need a VLC media player. Now, if you are installing VLC media player, is VLC media player company is going to give you the movie, or you will bring your own movie?
We will.
We will bring it. So now this is me. What am I bringing? I am bringing my own movie. So I will go ahead and I'll bring my own movie. This is what? This is my movie. End of the day, what I will do? I'll go ahead and I'll play the movie. Yes or no? Is this example is clear, guys, with everyone? Any doubts from anyone before I proceed? Playing a movie. What are the different components that I need? No doubts? Okay. So now let's compare the same thing in terms of your application. Whenever I say like, youtube.com is there, flipkart.com is there, amazon.com is there, Uber, Ola, HDFC, ICICI, even if you take this Zoom, the meeting which we are having, this is also an application. This is also what? An application. So how this application is working? In my case, playing a movie is my task. In terms of a application, running a Zoom meeting is a task. Now, in order to run this entire applications, any applications you can take, guys, whatever the applications that currently are running, that which you are familiar in your day-to-day life, you take anything. Now, these applications, in order to run them, what do we need? We need servers. Now, what are the different components a server is going to have? A different component such as your OS, CPU, memory, hard disk, and then network. This is what? This is your server. The way how we need a laptop, similarly, you are going to get your server. Similarly, you are going to get your servers. Now, what is the next component, guys? What is the next component? Next component is our VLC media player. VLC media player. Now, this VLC media player, why do we need it? If I want to play a movie, I need to have some middleware. If I want to run or play a movie, what I need? I need a middle layer. I need a middle layer. So this middle layer, we call it as middleware. Now, what are the different middleware softwares that we are having as part of our IT? We have different softwares like WebLogic, we have JBoss, you have Nginx, you have Apache, you have Tomcat, and so on. You have so many middleware layered components. Now, who is bringing movie, guys, here? Who is bringing the movie? Are you bringing or the vendor is giving? Guys, you have to participate, right? If you guys are not
The
participating,
end
then what will
user.
happen is like
We are bringing.
you will never understand the concepts.
End user bring his own movie.
End user is going to bring his own movie, which means like whenever I want to host my application, who is going to develop this application? So I have to develop, or my company have to develop it. So this movie is nothing but what? This movie is nothing but my application code. So now this application code, where am I going to run? I'm going to run it on my middleware. This is my movie. So movie is nothing but what? My application code. Now, what is this application code? It might be a Java, Node.js, React.js, AngularJS, Spring Boot, Python, .NET, whatever the company developers develop, that code we will bring. Now, all things we call it as different layers and different products, that which we will do the installations, configurations, deployment, and then running the application. Okay. Now, all are what? Different components that are required in order to run a single application in real time. So hope the example is clear, guys, for you to understand what are the different components that we have. If it's not clear, let me know. I'll explain once again. Is that clear, guys? Shall we proceed?
Yes.
Okay, great, Francis. Good. So, guys, now let's see. Whenever we say like an application, what are the different things that we have? We have operating system, we have CPU, we have memory, we have disk, we have network, and then we have load balancers. Now, whenever we say like a runtime means what? I need a software. I need a software. Like if I want to run a Java, I need a Java. If I want to run Node.js, I need Node.js. If I want to run .NET, I need .NET. If I want to run Python, then I need a Python. So whenever I want to run some software, what I need the respective softwares to be installed. This we call it as runtime, right? And then finally, what am I going to have? I'm going to have my application code, whether it is a Java, .NET, Node.js, AngularJS, React.js, Spring Boot, .NET, whatever the application code that I need it. Now, whenever I say like a running the application code, so in order to run the application code, what I need a middleware layer. I need what? I need a middleware layer. Okay. So now in glance view, if you go and if you see here, guys, whenever I say like I'm going to have my application is going to have all these different components. Now let's go back to the journey of our physical infrastructure. Now, whenever you say like you are going to prepare the biryani, or you guys are going to prepare your own pizza, if you want to have your own pizza or biryani, then all the components like its ingredients, its vessels, its whatever the gas or the oil that you need it, everything you are going to bring, everything you are going to prepare, everything you are going to cook, everything you are going to deliver and eat. At any given point of time, if you are messing up with any of these components, you are going to mess up the entire dish. Likewise, in terms of your application, under the application, if you go ahead and if you see here, what's happening here? Here, I'm going to have operating system, CPU, memory, disk, network, and then softwares, and then application code, and then middleware, and then application runtime. At any point of time, if any of these components is going down, let's say my load balancer is down, my application will go down. Memory is a spike, application will go down. Server is down, application will go down. Code is a faulty, application will go down. Middleware is having some vulnerability, application will go down. So since you are taking everything, the responsibility of every component, you are the responsible person for your application uptime. So this we call it as physical infrastructure. Now, all the IT industry, it got fed up with this physical infrastructure where they don't want to deal with all these things. Hence, what they are doing, they are going with the cloud, where cloud started providing these components as services. Right? Now, let's move on with the second category of having a biryani. Now we understand the first category. What is the first category? You bring and you build and then you want and then you face. Okay, everything is you. Now second category is like, I want to have a biryani, but I have a basic problem. Problem is I don't know how much amount of rice, how much amount of spices that I need to add, how much meat that I need to add. I don't know the mixture. I don't know what? I don't know the mixture. But I want to have biryani. So then what I can do, I can go ahead and I can go with the pre-baked products. Whenever I'm going with the pre-baked products, what vendor will give me, guys? Vendor will go ahead and he will give me the entire product. He will give me the entire product. As a package, he will give, right? Are you going to mix anything in that, guys? Or are you going to cook it as is? What you will do? Any answers, guys, for the pre-baked product?
As it is. We cook as it
So
is.
in this, we cook as it is, right? In this case, what is our work, guys? What is our work?
Just following the instructions.
Following the instructions. Very nice. So simply unpack the product and then I need vessels, right? I need vessels. Then what I will do? I will simply start cooking food. But it is already pre-baked, half-cooked product. So now I will make it to full cook. And then for what I need to have, I will eat it. And then finally, I will clean my own vessels. So whenever I am going with a pre-baked product, I do have my own work which I have to do. It's not like I'll simply wash my hands and I'll say like, no, biryani is done. Nothing like that, na? I need to go, I need to purchase it, I need to take and I need to cook it and then I have to have it and then I have to wash it. Still my work is there. Still my work is there. Now in this case, the only thing what is not there for me is ingredients and then the items that are required to prepare the biryani. Like I don't need to worry about my meat, I don't need to worry about my spices, I don't need to worry about my rice, I don't need to worry about the mixture, I don't need to worry about the quantity, I don't need to worry about the basic components required to prepare the biryani. Now what are the items, guys? I don't need to worry about my rice, meat, spices, and then the mixture and then the quantity. But I have to worry about other things because I need to again have vessels, again I need to cook it, again I need to take it, again I need to wash it. All that headache is there. But less work, a little bit less work when compared to the physical infrastructure. Now, these components, how we are going to compare with our infrastructure? So under the infrastructure, whenever I go to any vendor, if vendor is giving me a server, an operating system, a CPU, memory, a network as a service. As a service where I am not in a situation to order a physical service. I am not in a situation to maintain, manage the hardware. I am not in a situation to maintain and manage the operating system. I am not in a situation to purchase the network for my application. I am feeling so lazy that I don't want to do this infrastructure related things. Then what I will do, I will go ahead and I will ask a vendor who can give me these components. If any vendor is there in the market who can openly say that, hey, I provide you infrastructure components as a service, you build whatever you want. You build whatever you want. Then such kind of a vendor, we call him as infrastructure as a service providing vendor. In our case, whenever I go to cloud, what I need infrastructure for my application. I need what? I need infrastructure for my application. Infrastructure like I need a server, OS, CPU, memory, hard disk, load balancer, databases, storage, and then the network. whatever the infrastructure components required for me to build my sophisticated application, I need to get those things as a service. Then we call them as infrastructure as a service providing vendor. Guys, hope the example is clear with your pre-baked products versus your IaaS. Versus what? Versus IaaS. Any doubts? Anyone? Or is this example is, if you want, I can take another example. Shall we proceed with the same example, guys? Or you need to change it? No? Yes?
Question.
All right. Question? Yeah, Kofi, go ahead, please.
So can you say that all the physical servers are classified as IaaS?
Yeah, so you can say like the physical servers is no more our responsibility. The physical server is going to be taken as a headache of a vendor, and he will give us virtual servers. Where
Yeah,
if
but
in case
they
like a
fall
server
under
is a down, I'm sorry, go ahead please.
yes. So I was asking what are the physical servers they fall under IaaS or not?
No more physical servers, everything is virtual.
I understand that it's going to be the cloud provider responsibility, but what I'm saying, what category does the physical server fall under? Does it fall under the infrastructure as a service?
Okay, see, let me tell you one thing. Okay, if anyone is giving me physical server as a service, then I can call that one as infrastructure as a service. But in our case, none of the vendors will give you physical server. So which means like we should not consider the word as a physical server at all in terms of services. But what you can consider is you can consider a virtual server as a service, which is your infrastructure as a service. Is that clarifying your doubt, Kofi?
Okay, let me ask you one question. Is the network, the server, is it physical or let's forget about virtual before cloud provider came? Can you refer to the network, the OS, the CPU as a physical server, component of a physical server or not?
Yes, those are all the physical components.
They are physical component of a server, right?
Yes.
Can those components be classified as infrastructure as a service under IaaS?
They can be classified if you're going with the private clouds.
Okay.
But again in the private clouds, you cannot give physical server as a service to a particular customer.
Mm-hmm. It
Because
has to be
we
virtual.
don't classify them. We can't classify them because you cannot give a physical handover. It's like giving a physical server in hand to a person. First, take care of my server like this. I'm going to
So Sean, can I say that the physical server are hosted by the cloud provider? Then they give us the virtual server.
Exactly. You are right. See, the headache of maintenance and management will be with vendor, and the results of that entire work will be given as a service to the user.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Nice understanding, Gofi. Good one. Guys, any other doubts before we proceed? Great then. Good. So now let's move on with the second component, guys. So not second, maybe third component, right? Now the third component is like go ahead and start ordering your food. How you guys are ordering your food, guys? How you guys are ordering your food? Anyone can tell me the user journey? What is your journey in ordering the food?
Swiggy or
Place an
Zomato.
order.
Good. So what we will do? We'll go to the application. We'll select the restaurant. And then we'll select the product. And then we place the order. Now, let's take the same example of our biryani. Now, in case of placing an order, like let's say like I want to have a biryani, what I'll do, I'll go ahead and I'll place the product in my mobile. So whenever I'm placing my product, I don't need to worry about its ingredients. I don't need to worry about its preparation. I don't need to worry about basically anything. So I'm not going to prepare it, and I'm not going to bake it, and I'm not going to do anything. But at the end of the day, who is going to have this biryani? End of the day, who is going to have this biryani, guys? So I'm going to have this. This is me. But whenever I want to have a biryani, now the product is there, right? The parcel have come or the order have come. The order is with me right now. So now in order to have it, what I need to bring? I need to bring my own plates and vessels. And then finally, I will eat the biryani and then I will wash the plates. So this is what, guys, what my work. So in this, I'm also going to have my own work. But 70% of work will be done by the vendor, which means I don't need to worry about ingredients. And I don't need to worry about ingredients mixture or how we are going to make it up, how we are going to mix it up. I don't need it. So this is my IaaS. Plus preparation of this biryani, how much salt is going to add, how he is going to prepare, what are the vessels that is going to take, how the preparation is going to be and all, it's none of my business. Which means what is the middleware plus what are the software required to prepare this product is none of my business. Everything will be given to me as a service. But what is my work? My work is quite simple. Take that biryani, keep it with my or inside my or in a vessel, and then have it and then clean my plate. So which means what I'm here, guys, I have to bring my own application code. What I have to bring? I have to bring my own application code. If I am ready to bring my own application code, and if vendor is giving me everything to run my application, then such kind of a vendor we call him as platform as a service providing vendor. So now under the platform as a service providing, vendor will take care of entire IaaS, plus he will take the headache of entire middleware and the softwares. He will take care of entire middleware and the softwares. As a result, I don't need to worry about my software versions, OS updates, OS patches, middleware patches, Java version updates, Node.js version updates. I don't care. It's none of my business. Everything will be given as a service to me by vendor. But what is my business, guys, in case of a PaaS? What is my responsibility? Anyone who understands the topic? Can you tell me what is our work in the PaaS? We will bring our
own software
Code.
or application.
Good. We bring our own. What we will bring, guys?
Your own code or software.
Good. We will bring our own application code or the software. Now what vendor will give me? Vendor will give me IaaS plus middleware plus application softwares. So this guy, we call him as PaaS. What I will do? Simply I will go and I will deploy my application code and I will go live. I will simply go live. Any difficulty in understanding, guys, your PaaS services? Anyone, any doubts? Please let me know. No doubts?
No, I think it's clear.
Okay, great, Francis. Great, very nice. Fine, guys. Now let's see here. Now we will take the final one. What is the final one, guys? Anyone? Anyone remember the final one?
SaaS.
Software as a
Software as a
service.
service.
Software as a service. Directly entering into the SaaS only. Tell me the example.
We
What
are
example
currently
we
using
started?
one, the Zoom.
Netflix, Prime.
Matrix plan. Good. These are all the real-time examples. But what is the leftover in our example? Leftover in our example is what?
Going to restaurant.
We'll directly go to the
Very
restaurant and
nice.
eat the
Yes.
Going to the restaurant, right? Now what I feel, guys, I feel like, full, I'm in a hungry mode, right? If I want to prepare a biryani, I have to spend 2-3 hours. I don't have that much time. If I want to order a product from Zomato, I don't know when that guy will deliver. He might be showing me he will deliver in 30 minutes or 40 minutes. If in case, like, if that guy is not delivering, it will be like a hell for me, because I can't be in a situation of starving myself. Then the straight away approach what I can apply is, like, I will simply walk to a restaurant, and then what I will do, I will go, I will see the menu, I will order the product, I will eat the biryani, I'll wash my hands, and I will pay, and I'll come. In case of going to a restaurant, what is the benefit, guys, that am I going to have? Benefit is like, first thing, no preparations headache. I don't need to worry about preparing the biryani. No ingredient headache. So I don't need to worry like, hey, who is going to bring what kind of a products. I don't need to worry about my meat, rice or spices. Nothing required. Simply I will go. I will sit on a table. I'll see the menu and I'll order the product. I'll go ahead and I will try to order the product. Now, what is the third component, guys? Do I need to worry about my plates?
No.
No. So no worries on your plates and what? And cleaning or washing them. Sorry, washing will be a bit odd. I'll add it at cleaning. Okay. So in case of going to a restaurant, what I will do, guys, basically I don't do anything apart from eating. Apart from eating, I am not going to do anything here. Simply I will go, I'll check the menu, I'll order the product, I'll eat the product, I'll wash my hands and I'll pay the money and I'll come out. Now, such kind of a behavior, we call it as software as a service. Software as a service. Now, under our software as a service, what vendor is going to do is, like, in terms of a PaaS, what you are bringing, guys? In PaaS, what is our responsibility? See this picture?
Application
What was
code.
our
Application code.
responsibility?
Software.
We need to go application code plus IaaS plus application softwares plus middleware. Now, vendor used to product till here, and application code I used to bring. This is my responsibility. This is vendor's responsibility. Now, whenever I'm going with a SaaS, then any guess? Any guess, guys, who is going to take care of your responsibility?
Vendor brings everything.
Good. So in case of your SaaS, your vendor will take care of everything. Like how the way when I go to a restaurant, what am I doing? Simply I will go and I will order the product. I don't care about cleaning. I don't care about preparations. I don't care about ingredients. Basically, I don't care about anything. Go, consume the service, pay the money. In case of a SaaS, what we are doing, whatever the application that I need it, whatever the application software I need it, whatever the infrastructure that I need it, I don't care. Let the vendor develop his own code, his own infrastructure, his own maintenance, his own developers, his own middleware team. Everything is maintained, managed, built it, configured, provided as a service to me. As a service to me. What are the best examples, guys, that we can take which we are consuming as a SaaS products?
Netflix.
Very nice. Good one. So Netflix is a classic example, guys, where are you developing any code to the Netflix? Are you contributing any code to them?
No.
Anyone is developing the code, guys, for Netflix? Are you guys are giving a contribution to them? No. Good. So we are having Gmail. We have what? We have Gmail. So to Gmail, we are using Gmail, right? We are the end products. We are the end customers. But are you contributing anything to the Gmail or to the Google?
No.
No. So you guys are using Office 365. You guys are using Office 365. Now, are you guys are contributing anything to Microsoft? Are you developing any product? Are you maintaining their servers? Are you managing their servers? Anything that you are doing it?
No.
Oh, here also we don't do anything. So here what is doing, guys? Vendor will develop an application and he will sell you the licenses. What he will sell you? He will sell you the license cost. And you are responsible for paying only the license cost. So per user basis, he will charge you the license. Per user basis, he will charge you the license. Best example, your Office 365, your team software, your Zoom software, or if you go and if you take your UPI payments, if you're taking your Beam, if you take your Paytm, if you take your Phone Pay, if you take your Uber, if you take your Ola, if you take your Amazon Prime, all these all are what? All these all are software as a service. Nowhere I worried about neither application, nor maintenance, nor development, nor the infrastructure. I don't care about anything. Only I cares about product. If I can able to access it or not, whether it is working or not. If it's not working, I'll raise a complaint. I'll say like, boss, it is not working, boss. What you guys are doing? Okay, guys, you might be feeling a little bit silly with the examples, but trust me, definitely you're going to remember for your life that what is IaaS, what is a SaaS, and what is a PaaS. But if you ask me in terms of your architecture, right, so this is how it is going to be. So whenever we are dealing with your IaaS components, whenever you're going to deal with your IaaS, so as part of an IaaS, whatever the infrastructure component that I require, like your storage accounts, like your databases, like your servers, like your networks, like your load balancers, whatever the infra components that are required for you to build your applications, those will be given as a service for you. So such kind of a thing we are going to call it as infrastructure as a service. But under the infrastructure as a service, you have to take care of your application softwares, and you have to take care of your middleware, and you have to take care of your application development code as well. You need to develop your own code, and you need to maintain your OS versions. You need to maintain your Java versions. Let's say like a Java 11 you guys are using, you have to upgrade it to Java 14. You have to take care. You have to upgrade to Java 17. You have to upgrade. You have to update it to Java 20, 21. Everything you have to do. You have to maintain. You have to update. You have to patch, and you have to deploy your application. In what? In IaaS. Now, whenever I go with a PaaS, so now in PaaS, what? In PaaS, Vendor will give me the middleware as well. He will give me the infrastructure plus he will give me the middleware. Means if I want Java 14, I don't need to maintain. He will give me a service. I will take it. In a matter of 2 seconds, I can take a Java 14 and I can simply host my application code on that. Now, in case of a SaaS, I don't care about anything. Apart from product, I don't care about anything here. Simply I'll go and I'll use whatever I want. I will purchase the license cost. So if I want to have 100 people are there who wants to use the Teams, then what I will do, I'll purchase the license for 100 people. So where I don't need to worry about the development of Teams software. I don't need to worry about my development of Teams software. Okay. So these are all the different important things, guys, important vocabulary that you guys should be knowing it. That is especially your IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. Now, whenever you are having some sort of architectural decisions, or when you are planning to take a decision whether to go with this vendor or not, then what category of a service that you are planning to have, so you should be having some clarity. So this will give you a exact clarity, guys. Now if anyone have any doubts, please let me know. We can discuss on your doubts part now. Any doubts, guys, from anyone? No doubts? Okay, guys, great. Then I think we're good to go, guys, for today. Let's connect tomorrow. Tomorrow, before you guys are joining for the class, I want you guys to do the below. So when you guys are tomorrow's,
Hello.
make sure, sir, 1 second, sir, 1 second. So before tomorrow's class, I want you guys to bring one email ID and one debit card. So this debit card, at least you need to have 2 rupees in your account. Guys, anyone who is joining from abroad? Anyone who is joining from abroad, maybe someone from UK, US, someone is joining?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, who is that? Kofi and
Sarat.
Sadat. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kofi, I mean, sorry to ask you. So which origin you from? Basically, you're from India, settled in abroad, or like what?
Ghana.
Ghana. Okay, great, fine then. So fine, guys. If you are having your Indian accounts, okay, so make sure that you guys are having your debit card. Make sure that you guys are using your Indian debit cards. Do not use credit cards. If you are coming from India, okay, then don't use credit cards. If you are coming from other countries, like let's say like you are joining from UK, US and other things, then you don't have any other option apart from using the card. You can use any card. You can use any card. But the problem with the other countries is like, they will charge you. So there is a concept called a free tier, guys. If you are exceeding the limit of your free tier, right, except India, in all other countries, guys, there is a direct debit option enabled. Either it is on a credit card or it is on a debit card. They will generally, go ahead and they will directly deduct the money from your cards. So you guys should be a little bit, attentive, and you should use your accounts wisely. Anyhow, in tomorrow's session, I will clearly explain like how you guys are going to, use your accounts, how you are going to minimize the billing. All those things I will explain, but make sure that you guys are bringing these two things. One is your email ID and second one is a one debit card. If you guys are coming from abroad, then make sure that you guys are using any card. It's up to you. Whatever the card that you have, you can use it. Okay, so we are going to create a free tier accounts tomorrow in AWS so that we can start learning your AWS services. Okay, and there is a last thing, guys, that which I would like to highlight. The fourth option is like, the fourth one is like, make sure that for all the Indians, okay, call the bank. You have to call the bank and then ask them whether online transaction is enabled on your card or not. What you have to do, guys, you have to call the banks and you ask them like, hey, I'm going to do one transaction tomorrow. Is my card is eligible for doing the online transactions or not? Because as part of a Reserve Bank of India, the basic guidelines, the basic fundamental rules is like, your cards will not be by defaultly enabled for the online transactions. Okay, they won't entertain the online transactions, guys. It's a recently changed. It's in place, maybe like, you know, from past 9-10 months it is in place, which means like, even though you are doing your transactions on your Amazon or some other website where you are purchasing your online products, still call the bank, just ask them like, hey, I'm going to do one online transaction tomorrow, is my card is enabled for the online transactions or not? Nothing wrong in spending 2-3 minutes, guys. If you are not sure, then call them and then ask them. Even if you are sure, still you call them and then get the clarity, get the confirmation, so that when you are creating your account, you don't face any issues. You don't face any issues. Otherwise, what will happen is like, otherwise you will be roaming around in circles for 3-4 days in order to make your account active. Now I'm leaving the option with you, whether you want to roam around 3-4 days to fix the account creation issue, or just to take a 3 minutes time to call and get the confirmation. Okay, so these are all the 4 things, guys, that you need to keep it in mind before you join for tomorrow's class. Okay, yeah, Sairam, go ahead, please.
How long are these sessions and which cloud and what are you covering in this?
Okay, so Sairam, this is going to be a 4-month session. Okay, so where I will be covering, sorry,
Free for all?
I didn't get it, Sriram.
It'll be free for 4 months, or you're saying
No. It's not going to be a free. It's going to be a paid services.
okay.
It's going to be paid. So you can reach out to Mahesh. Okay, Mahesh will help you out in the fees and other related things and all. He will help you out. Now, with regards to the course content, I will just walk you through like what exactly that we are covering. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so this is the course content, Sairam, that we are going to cover. Okay, we'll be covering you AWS, Azure, Linux, shell scripting, Terraform, Ansible, Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, your CI/CD process. I'll cover your Agile process, Azure boards, Azure release pipelines, Azure build pipelines, Azure Artifactory, and all the projects, which includes multiple integrations of your AWS, your Azure, and you will be working on your microservices. So almost like each and every corner of a DevOps, we will be covering as part of this course. Is that clear, Saidam?
And this is only DevOps, right? Nothing to do with the data engineering, data pipeline, etc.
Nothing. We are not touching the data part here.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if I'm teaching you data part, right? So you should be knowing data engineering. But data engineering, again, it's a different stream, right? Which is not required for DevOps.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other doubts, guys, from anyone before we say bye for today?
Sir,
Tell
what
me,
is the cost of this course?
Mahesh, I think you can reach out to Mahesh Amanullah. Mahesh will help you out on this. You have Mahesh contact?
Contact with Mahesh sir, sir.
Yeah, I'll give you his number. Okay, you can reach out to him.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Sean, quick question. Is there a separate course called DataOps, or what you are teaching inclusive of DataOps?
As of now, we are not taking the DataOps part, Kofi. But the DataOps, if you want to go, it is going to be a combination of DevOps, but you need to have a knowledge on data as well. Amanullah, you can call Mahesh on this number. Okay, he is available.
1 second, sir. 1 second. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. Is it clarifies, Kofi?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Fine, guys. Then I think we are good to go. Yeah, Kofi, something you say? Something is dragging you?
I wanted to find out, when is the class going to go live?
Go live from tomorrow. From tomorrow, we are going live.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so please, can you re-show the content that you just, that slide that show the
Yeah,
content? Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, great, Francis. Great. Nice, guys. Nice connecting with you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too, sir.
Yeah, see you, sir. See you. Bye-bye.
Hey, Kofi, can you call me?
You have to drop your number in the chat.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. I know you are my brother.
Have fun, guys. Have fun. See you.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers.
So for example, using myself, in the morning, I am the most creative, I am the most agile when it comes to problem solving.
Bro, are you still there? Don't see the number. What's up? I don't see the number.